Welcome back to More Than a Store, the podcast that takes you beyond the clothing racks and into the heart of Goodwill San Antonio. I'm your host, Libby Castillo, Director of Strategic Communication. On today's episode, we're exploring the impact of a powerful free resource available to all Goodwill San Antonio team members, our Life Skills program. This program provides support for everything from managing stress to overcoming life's everyday challenges, helping our people grow, not just as team members, but as individuals. Joining us today is Melanie Gomez, manager of our Life Skills program. Melanie is a licensed counselor and leads a team of compassionate individuals who help our team members navigate life. Melanie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Libby. I'm really happy to be here, and thank you for the opportunity to share about our program.
Yeah, thanks so much. You know what? Let's start with the basics. For all the listeners that don't know about this program, what is the Life Skills program and how does it work?
Yeah, so our Life Skills program is an internal program that's available to our employees at no cost. It's designed to help them navigate a personal, family, job-related challenges that could impact their well-being and performance at work. But beyond just barriers, we also help them with, achieving any personal or professional goals that they might have for themselves. Essentially, our team is comprised of licensed professional counselors. Team members meet with us in a one-on-one, and we do an assessment to explore, when they first get hired, to explore what barriers they might have, what goals that they want to work on, and then we help them to achieve those goals or to remove those barriers through various ways, whether that's through helping them develop skills to address those challenges, connecting them to resources in the community, or also just to help them build coping skills to navigate those challenges.
Right. You said something about barriers that they may be facing. Our mission is to help change lives through the power of work, and we are a second chance employer, and we do help people with various barriers to employment. Right. So can you just walk me through a day of what kind of things you experience and some of maybe the barriers that you see with our team members?
Right, so I would say it can just vary, we have team members that experiencing personal family stress, grief, mental health challenges, workplace conflict. Sometimes it can be something like, needing to find childcare or help finding stable housing or transportation. Okay. So those are just some of the barriers. We also have some people that have personal goals that they want to work on, whether that's improving their time management, improving their communication. We provide services using an evidence-based model that is solution-focused in its approach. Mainly what I mean by that is that we focus on, exploring what a team member's strengths are, knowing how they can tap into those inner resources to address those problems that they might be experiencing.
So it's pretty much formulated to that person individually.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
That's wonderful, because no two people are the same.
Absolutely. Every individual is unique. So we try to keep that in mind, and tailor our approach to what would work best.
So how long have you been here with Goodwill?
So I've been with Goodwill going on 6 years in September.
6 years. So in that 6 years' time, I'm sure you met new team members that came from other jobs. And what is their reaction when they hear that we have this resource?
So I would say that, most team members are really surprised that this kind of support is available in the workplace. I think that Goodwill is really, ahead of the game in, having a program like this that's embedded in the workplace. Because I think so many companies have an EAP or an employee assistance program. That's pretty common, but having something that's in-house is really important. I think it helps build trust. It helps with accessibility. I think for a lot of our team members, we are the first mental health professional that they've ever spoken to. Right. So helping to, we get the opportunity to normalize seeking help, and help reduce the stigma around seeking support.
Right. And what has that experience been like for people who might have had that stigma and you kind of breaking that barrier for them?
Really powerful. I would say, a big part of what we do is, creating a safe space where team members feel seen and feel heard, seeing them make those connections, gain insight, and work through some of those things that maybe have been holding them back from reaching their full potential is really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I know because of the confidentiality, we can't share specifics, but is there any person or any team member that really sticks out to you where you really saw them grow and you're just impressed with the program and how it worked for them?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, so many stories. I would just say, team members that come to us that maybe haven't worked in a long time, or maybe haven't have had a lot of barriers in their life that have never been able to hold a job before. Being able to see them advance and build those skills to achieve things that they never thought possible,
Right.
in their career, and then it's just personally,
Right.
is really and seeing just the change and how they carry themselves is really rewarding.
That's great, especially if people haven't used resources like this before. They probably need somebody to walk with them and do the call and do all of that they need to do.
Right. And it's also, that's part of the skills development part is like, okay, how do we make this phone call, and what are we going to ask? What questions do you want to know? Like, what are the requirements for services? What are this, and so that's part of, what we can assist with.
That's wonderful. And to help paint a picture of how these services show up in real life, our multimedia design manager, Yvonne Bird, spoke with Vivian G., an area manager here at Goodwill San Antonio, and Vivian shared the real impact Melanie and her colleagues have made. Let's take a listen.
At Goodwill San Antonio, it's not just about the job. For many employees, it's about building a better life, and sometimes that starts with a conversation.
When these team members come to me, and they share what's going on, I know that I can't offer professional guidance or support, and that's when I reach out to our life skills counselor.
As an area manager for Goodwill San Antonio, Vivian G. has spent years working at the nonprofit organization. And when asked about the free life skills program available to Goodwill team members, she shared her experience.
I had a couple of associates that were struggling with their time and attendance. Oftentimes, it's a change in living situation, car problems. It's just can be really anything. I ask them if there's anything that I can do, then I'll ask if they'd like to speak with the life skills counselor and remind them that we have that service and that there's something that, that they may be able to help. Melanie meets with them, and all of that's confidential, but typically I just see a clear head. I see a regain in focus. And I really think it's an important service that we offer for our team members, especially since we are second chance employers. And it's more than just saying that. It's the service that we offer to help support them. So
the Life Skills Program is a wraparound support service available to all Goodwill team members. Professional certified counselors help them find solutions with everything from setting goals, mental health referrals, and even guiding them through applying for affordable housing. For many individuals, this kind of support can be life-changing.
It's incredible that we offer this service, that we really care about our team members and their success, and that we do it through our life skills counselors. And I've seen them really help and support our team members, and it allows them to just continue to grow and reach their personal goals, their financial goals, their independent, goals.
For Vivian, success at Goodwill isn't only measured in sales, but rather in seeing her colleagues achieve stability, hope, and growth.
That was a great story. I know that was the first time you heard it. What did you think?
I thought it was great. That's so nice of Vivian to say such kind things about our program.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful that her as a leader, she's able to identify when something is beyond her control, and where that she has this resource in you all to reach out to and help these team members.
Absolutely. I think something that doesn't always get mentioned is that, we are when we say our services are available to all team members, we really mean all team members, and that's management included. And so many times we also support our management team as well, whether that's helping them to navigate any challenges they're dealing with in their management role, whether that's, helping to, address conflict within their team, or trying to help build cohesiveness within their team, so we make sure that they know that this support is available to them as well.
Yes, and I can speak from personal experience. I did reach out to you as well. I said, "Hey, Melanie, I'm dealing with some challenges. Is there some resources I can use?" And you responded within the day. So thank you so much for that. I'm glad that I'm
course.
even able as a leader to utilize these resources.
Of course.
So thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
And it's something that's truly unique here at Goodwill, and you've been here for 6 years. So you said that Goodwill's ahead of the game in doing this. And did you know when you came to Goodwill that this was a resource that we provided? And what did that feel like for you as a professional counselor to know that organization is offering this program?
Yeah, so no, I did not. All I knew was that Goodwill, like retail stores, a thrift store. So I was really, really surprised when I learned that we had this program available to employees. I will say that that's truly what has kept me with Goodwill for the past like almost 6 years is I really feel a sense of purpose in this role, and helping to manage a program that helps to support our employees.
So this podcast was designed to give a glimpse to people who may not know that Goodwill offers these kinds of things. What is it that you would like to share? You have this platform to tell people what it is and what it means to you as a professional counselor to provide this service.
Well, I really think that this is the future. Mental health is talked about much more frequently now. There's much more awareness about, mental health challenges. And, life doesn't just pause when you go to work. And so I think that, having this program in the workplace shows that, Goodwill values people, not just as employees, but as whole individuals. By providing this kind of support, we show that we care about the challenges that our people face, and outside their job, as well, and that we want them to succeed in every area of their life. And I think that, it just shows that, Goodwill's more than a store, that we value our people and we provide a place for them to grow.
Thank you again, Melanie, and thank you to Vivian and Yvonne for helping us tell this story. And now it's time for our closing segment. As a reminder, we're trying to do something new here on the More Than a Store podcast, a segment we're calling Libby's Final Thoughts. I'm so grateful for today's discussion with Melanie for a couple of reasons. One, it helped me realize that as a leader, I may not always have all the answers, but thanks to the Life Skills program, I'm able to provide my team the access to a free in-house resource to help them with whatever challenges that life may bring. Here at Goodwill, we pride ourselves on not only the philosophy, but the practice of servant leadership. With this comes the great responsibility of truly serving and focusing on the growth and success of our team. And it's comforting to know that if they ever need it, our team members have a critical resource to assist them here at Goodwill and beyond our walls. Secondly, I'm grateful to have this podcast and the platform to share the awareness of the Life Skills program here at Goodwill and with Melanie, a resource that truly represents the care and compassion that Goodwill has for our dedicated team members. Going back to the purpose of this podcast, our goal is to take you behind the scenes and share with you what makes Goodwill more than a store. Our Life Skills program does just that. It's thanks to you, our community of generous donors and shoppers, that we're able to provide this service to our team members and allow Melanie and her team to provide this crucial service. So thank you for supporting Goodwill and for ensuring that through our programs, we're able to ensure that everyone at Goodwill has the resources they need to feel seen, supported, and valued. Thank you again, Melanie, and thank you to our listeners for tuning into our podcast. Join us next time as we continue our journey of taking you behind the scenes at Goodwill and sharing with you just how we truly are more than a store. This podcast is produced by me and our multimedia design manager, Yvonne, but we want to thank the entire marketing and communications team here at Goodwill San Antonio for all their hard work in putting this episode together. And thank you to Texas Public Radio for allowing us to record this episode here, right in downtown San Antonio. We're truly grateful for their support. From one nonprofit to another, thank you. More Than a Store is brought to you by Goodwill San Antonio. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and stay connected with us on all social media channels at Goodwill SA. For more information about Goodwill, visit us at goodwillsa.org. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.